So in this problem, it says the current toll for the use of a certain toll road is $3. A study conducted by the State Highway Department determined that with a toll of P$, then Q cars will use the road each day. So Q equals this 50,000 e to the negative 4.4 P. Is the demand elastic or inelastic at P equals 0.3? So first of all, how do we find elasticity? In our handout, we have that elasticity is equal to negative P times F prime of P over F of P. Now I haven't quite figured it out, but sometimes in the book they say F of P and sometimes they say Q. So Q is a function P, which is probably why they do F of P, but I haven't figured out why they flip-flop back and forth between which one they're using on each problem. So if it does a Q instead of an F prime of P, then you just think of it as negative P times Q prime over Q prime over Q. So before we plug everything in, let's go ahead and come off here to the side and let's find the derivative of Q. So Q equals 50,000 e to the negative 0.4 P. Now this 50,000 doesn't really do anything, that's just our coefficient that's sitting there, so we just bring it out still. Now we just take the derivative of this e to the negative 0.4 P. The derivative of e to the anything, you keep it exactly the same. But then you're like, oh, well, I kind of have to use a chain rule because there was something inside this e to the power. So you times it now by the derivative of whatever was inside of the exponent. So derivative of negative 0.4 P would be negative 0.4. So this is the derivative of what was inside the exponent. Okay, so let's take all that. Let's come over here and plug it in. So E of P is going to equal negative P, make sure you get your negative in there, times the derivative of Q. So 50,000 e to the negative 0.4 P times negative 0.4 over Q, which is 50,000 e to the negative 0.4 P. Okay, so when we look at this, we can cancel that 50,000, the e to the 0.4 P's, and we're left with E of P equals, let's see, negative times the negative is positive, so 0.4 P over nothing, just 0.4 P. Okay, so we found the elasticity. Now we want to know what is that at P equals 3. So let's plug the 3 in wherever you see P. So 0.4 times 3 gives me 1.2. Now 1.2 is bigger than 1. So because this is bigger than 1, we say it is elastic. So elastic means if you raise the prices, people will decide not to use it. So or as prices go up, the demand is going to change by law and the demand is going to go down.